Good morning. Welcome to this service to celebrate the life of Susannah Margaret Arney, known to most of you as Sue or Auntie Sue and Susie. My name is Graham Sayre. I'm a civil celebrant, and it's my privilege to be conducting this service for Sue today. Family and friends, today we pay our respect to a gracious lady, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a sister, auntie and friend. They're in no particular order, as each of you will have shared your own relationship with Sue, and you'll have many happy memories of the times you've shared together. Sue is a very much loved mother to her only daughter Pamela and mother-in-law to Ramon, a great-grandmother to 3 granddaughters and their partners Nadia and John, Alia and CJ, Carmen and Mike, and a great-grandmother to Olivia, Arlo, Ilsla and Bree. Sue is also very much loved by her extended family here in Moonta, as well as her many, many friends and her special Star of the Sea carers who looked after her in recent years. The family would like to thank the community care staff of Star of the Sea for their care of Sue, particularly Sue's favourites, Donna, Karen and Lisa, and if I've missed anyone who's here, you too as well. Thank you for the great care you showed to Sue. You can shed tears that she is gone, or you can smile because she lived. You can close your eyes and pray that she will come back, or you can open your eyes and see all that she has left. Your heart can be empty because you can't see her, or you can be full of the love that you shared. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live for yesterday, or you can be happy for tomorrow because of yesterday. You can remember her and only that she is gone, or you can cherish her memory and let it live on. You can cry, close your mind, be empty and turn your back, or you can do what she would have wanted. Smile, open your eyes, love and move on. And so it's only natural that we should be sad today, because in a practical sense, Sue is no longer part of our lives. And so we all come to ponder the life and death of a truly wonderful woman. Family and friends, everyone who sits in this room today is a gift to everyone else here. When we are together, just our presence, even in silence, is a deep comfort. Who among us has not passed through the trials and bereavements of life? Some bear fresh wounds in their hearts and feel very keenly the kinship of sorrow. Others whose days of mourning are more remote still recall the comfort that sympathy brought to their hearts. To those who were very close to Sue, no one can predict what feelings and experiences will arise in the months and even years to come. There may be waves of joy and sadness and tears. Everyone who is here is proof that you do not have to ride these waves alone. We know too that it is not only grief that we will feel. There will be genuine smiles and gratitude for the memories that Sue has given us that can never be taken away. Feel free to share those stories, the happy ones and the not so happy ones. I was very privileged to spend some time with Pamela while she was here, and we talked about Sue and her life, and I'd like to share that with you now. Sue and her twin sister Barbara May Viggo were born in the Port Lincoln Hospital on the 21st of March 1924. Their mother Netta died in childbirth 3 days later. The twins went to Netta's parents, who owned Portana Station near Sheringa. When they were 4 years old, their grandparents James and Frances Telfer retired to Menindee Gardens in Adelaide. Sue and Barbara attended Nailsworth Primary School. Barbara sadly died at the age of 14. Sue went on to attend St Peter's Girls' College. Soon after leaving school, war broke out, and Sue's first job was in the office at Onkaparinga Woolen Mills. Sue met her first husband, Leith Breen, while he was on leave from the RAF. Her family thought she was too young to get married. 6 months later they were engaged and they were married in January 1945. They lived with Sue's Auntie Bertie until they could afford to buy their own house in Manningham. They moved in 1950. Their only child, Pam, was born in 1946. In 1957, they went to live in Broken Hill for 5 years, making many friends there. They were, however, happy to get back to Manningham. They had an extended holiday in the United Kingdom. Sue then worked for the British Tube Mills and as a casual for the government. After 40 years of marriage, Leith sadly passed away in 1985. Sue was to marry again to Len Arney. She had known Len over many years through mutual friends. He was a bachelor, so there was some getting used to for each other after they married in 1987. They had 25 years together, during which time they travelled extensively. Sue's fondest memories are the time spent in the caravan around Australia. They also travelled to visit Pamela and the family in Calgary. In 2004, after time in Loxton, they moved permanently to Moonta. Len passed away in 2014 at the age of 92, and Sue stayed into the home that they shared until her final days. Sue loved animals, and her cat Amy is now living with a new family, and from all accounts Amy has settled in well. Sue also loved embroidery and was an avid sewer, making all of Pam's clothes. She did lots of craft and knitting. In her spare time she was a prolific reader, and in later years was known to share the plot of the books she read with Kathy. Sue had been away on a trip with friends. On her return home, she had hurt her back following a fall. She was found by the Star of the Sea carers the next morning on their daily visit. It was then decided that she should be looked after and was able to get a room at Parkview Aged Care for her final days. She passed away on the 18th of January in her 98th year. Pam was unable to be here when her mother passed away. However, she did get to spend 3 weeks with her mother before Christmas. She had a great time with her, catching up and looking after her during that time. Pam has provided the following poem for us today. My prayer, a limb has fallen from the family tree. I keep hearing a voice that says, grieve not for me. Remember the best times, the laughter, the song. Continue my heritage, I am counting on you. My mind is at ease, my soul is at rest, remembering how truly I was blessed. Continue traditions, no matter how small. Go on with your lives, don't worry about falls. Signed, Mum. I'd like to ask Robert Davis from Skinner Family Funerals to come forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this part of the service for the late Sue Margaret Arney. On behalf of Pam and Ramon, I'd like to thank you all for your attendance today. Your love, friendship and support is greatly appreciated. After the service, anyone who would like tea, coffee or a light refreshment and a chance to reminisce over Sue's life may do so by joining the family at the other end of the building in the Mostyn Pool Lounge. In a moment, we will be wheeling Sue's coffin out to the hearse, where you'll have your opportunity to place a tribute on the coffin. From there, we'll be heading to the cemetery for a private burial. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand? Thank you.
You headed home.